Welcome back to Missouri Tigers on SI. We've been very busy with a whole bunch of content recently. Let's get back on the position preview train. Today, I'm coming at you guys with a position preview for the linebacker room and the star position as well. I'm not going to hesitate. Let's go ahead and get right into this thing with a projected depth chart. I'll run down a question, and then a reason for optimism as well. So, you guys know the gist of this. Let's get right into it. For the inside linebacker depth, Josiah Trotter will be the guy at the top. And then it gets a little bit hard because there are certainly a few guys who are talented enough to earn a chunk of snaps. And this is a position that was rotated heavily last season. Kind of seems like that's going to be the case again this season. I put Khalil Jacobs as the number two. Obviously, suffered an injury last season. Was having a good year before that injury. He's been talked about pretty highly so far, but Eli Drinkwitz as a guy who stepped up as a leader, but certainly seems like he could be a good offensive punisher. He plays such a unique role. So gonna throw Jacobs at the second spot. Nick Rodriguez is the guy I put in the third spot. Definitely more of a traditional inside linebacker. It's possible that you'll see Jacobs and Rodriguez a lot on the field at the same time. Rodriguez certainly would be the more traditional substitute for Trotter, but Jacobs, again, such a unique player with his ability to get the quarterback and his athleticism. So, going to be some interesting packages there, but I'm going to go with Rodriguez at the third spot. I think that makes the most sense just from a veteran leadership standpoint. Jeremiah Beasley at the fourth spot. He's been a guy that we've been talking about a decent amount as someone who's going to play more than he did last season. I think that should be the case, but should just be a depth role. Brian Huff, a guy as well who probably could see the field a little bit, might be a special teams guy, but certainly a universe where he could break out and see some snaps. You could include Dante McClellan on this as well, four-star linebacker. If they have to dip into that freshman depth, I think that's possible. They did it with Rodriguez last season. I think McClellan would be the most likely candidate over Jason King, another freshman in this 25 class. He's a three-star. I think McClellan would be the more likely player, but I don't think that's going to happen. But injuries happen and things like that, so it could. Then at the star position, Dalen Carnell obviously comes back for another year. Going to be one of the best players on the entire team. One of Missouri's leaders, heck of a player. Backing him up, it seems like Mose Phillips and Santana Banner are the two who fit the mold to do what Dalen Carnell does. Bigger, more physical safeties that can also get downhill, get at the quarterback, and are good tacklers. Mose Phillips, a transfer from Virginia Tech, Santana Banner from Northern Illinois. So those two guys kind of seems like they're going to be able to be scattered around the field, but I think Mose will probably have the most likelihood of backing up Dalen Carnell. So, biggest question for these guys. I guess for the linebackers, it's are Rodriguez and Beasley ready to take that next step? We saw a lot from Rodriguez. We didn't really see much from Beasley, but they've been two guys that have been hyped up a lot by this coaching staff over the last 6 months or so. We've been talking about him a lot, really, even since the season ended, since the Music City Bowl when Jeremiah Beasley was expected to get more opportunity. Um, so are they gonna break out and take advantage of that opportunity? Haven't heard much about Beasley or Rodriguez yet this fall. I know it's super early, so it's possible we're gonna hear more about them soon. But gonna be keeping an eye on that. And then for the star position, what do Mose and Santana bring to the table? We know what Dalen Carnell does. He's consistent and he's gonna do his job every single time. He's played in a ton of games. Again, heck of a player. Not that Mose and Santana aren't, but how do they fit into the system? And what exactly are they bringing to the table outside of their athleticism, their physicality, their speed, things like that? The physical traits and the athletic traits that make them good for the position, but can they play the position and kind of mold into this unique role that Missouri offers on the defensive side of the ball? And then my one reason to be excited for both areas is the depth. The linebacker spot is five or six guys deep, and the star position is three deep. If you want to throw a Caleb Flagg in there, he's another one of those physical safeties that probably could step in and play the star spot. But it's a deep group all around with plenty of athletic traits and plenty of proven ability. On both areas. So from Trotter, who's a 90 to 100 tackle guy, and we know what Jacobs can do. Rodriguez had a heck of a season. Then obviously, again, Dalen Carnell, we know what he brings to the table now. So a lot of proven talent, but beyond those guys, there is depth for if there are injuries or things like that. So that's definitely a reason to be excited. That's all I have for you today here on Missouri Tigers on the Side for this position preview. Fall camp is here. We're ramping the content up on our website and on our YouTube channel. So make sure you guys are checking all of that out.